Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now let's talk a little bit about XRP. Some very bullish news both from a technical standpoint and equally some announcements coming out of, well, a couple of people in the know. What am I talking about? Well, I'm going to break it all down for you in this video, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with everything going on with the world of XRP and hit that like button. With that being said, let's dive straight into this video. So taking a look at the full market cap right now, 1.64 trillion, marginally up. Some days hopefully are better than what we've seen. And when we look at XRP, is just below Solana, albeit about $10 billion. So that gap is widening, but that could be about to come down very, very quickly. You'll see XRP actually outperforming the rest of the market about 1.8% on the day, 721 billion, which is about 100 billion better than we've been most weekends, which is a good news story. 30 billion is the current market cap. So what am I talking about? And we'll look at the technicals in 1 second. However, we do get a little bit of an announcement on the SEC. Now, if you remember, the SEC are compelling Ripple to produce audited financial statements for the years 2022 and 2023. Why? They ultimately deem the sales of XRP through that secondary market as a security, and that's what they want to find. That's where the massive amount, $7 billion, comes from in terms of what the SEC want to do, and ultimately Ripple have refuted it. They've said absolutely not, it's an unreasonable request, and equally non-employment counterparties and integrity and about the amount of XRP institutional sales received after filing of the complaint for certain contracts. Ultimately, the SEC, after these and Ripple saying absolutely not, they don't form part of what it is, which I think is a very important point. Now, James K. Filan, former federal prosecutor, regularly posts updates on Ripple action, made it known in a new tweet that Ripple has filed its response opposing the SEC's motion to compel. And I think it's an important point here. Once again, we know Brad Garlinghouse coming out and calling Gary Gensler exactly what he thinks of him and ultimately saying he is a political liability. And that is a quote directly from Brad Garlinghouse. So interesting as that starts to come. And when we talk about regulation and we talk about obviously all this with Ripple, it's really, really important based on potentially what's coming. Now, everybody wanted an ETF. Everyone wants an XRP. And whether you agree with it or not, and whether you look at the ETFs as a success or not, the reality is over $4 billion now of assets in those ETFs. They have been a success. If it wasn't for Grayscale, I truly think we would be at something like a $55,000 Bitcoin. However, in recent tweets and recent news, ultimately there's been a real shift in narrative. Yes, we want an ETF. No, we don't want an ETF. And ultimately, it says here, January 18th had a swift but unfavorable response from the XRP community. Interestingly, the disclosure also follows BlackRock's chief executive, Larry Fink, recent elusive remarks about a potential XRP ETF. Now, obviously, they would be much easier to get through than an Ethereum one. We've talked about that a number of times. I think what is important, though, is while BlackRock has made no solid statements about an XRP ETF, Gasparano has affirmed that individuals with first-hand information on the matter have confirmed that the investment company has ruled out an XRP ETF. The American journalist disclosed that late last week, the Fink lacked in-depth knowledge of XRP, hence his non-committal response to Gasparano's question about a potential BlackRock ETF. Now, apparently Fox Business senior correspondent were also involved in that, engaging in detailed discussions about potentially what that looks like, and ultimately, at the minute, there isn't an intention for XRP. The reality here is it wouldn't go ahead. That doesn't mean that it's not on the shopping list. That doesn't mean it's not on the card, and doesn't mean that it's not going to come in the future. I think they have to settle for these Bitcoin ETFs, then the Ethereum ones, then I think we will see an XRP as well as Solana. So pretty interesting news for that. Ripple against the SEC, no ETF at the minute, so it shows where the price is. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you is we have a very interesting moment on the charts. Right down here, you will see we just got the MACD crossing that signal line on its way to the base. So we could be about to see a pretty nice breakout. We got exactly the same here, and look at the move it then made on XRP. Very, very interesting. We got exactly the same here back in early December, and then another solid move onto the upside of XRP, and we have exactly the same happening right now, which could signify this week a very nice move up. We have crossed that 200 moving average line as well. So when it comes to XRP, there is a definite possibility of a breakout if the market can hold up, and that is the important bit right now. Bitcoin 41.7, we'll see. It's been a rough old few days for the cryptocurrency market, but for me, XRP looking pretty strong, and I definitely think there is some potential coming, and the charts and the technicals give us that view that it could be coming sooner than you think. As ever though, let me know in the comments down below, do you think an XRP ETF would be a good thing? And what's your price prediction for XRP this week? Let me know down below as ever. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you want to see more XRP content, you know what you have to do. Smash that like button, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye.